What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Shane Rowe. Guys, I will give you a minute to get your cups of coffee and, get in. We got to talk about some stuff. On a good note, we did win our game last night in the Champions League at home against FC Copenhagen 1-0. And the goal from none other than ex-captain Harry, So kudos to Harry. He's been playing really well the last couple of games. And I have been one to criticize, so I'm going to be the first one to tell him, job well done. Keep it up. Man, he had a little bit of a blimp in the first half, like one little miss kind of tackle. But besides that, never put a foot wrong and came up with the winning goal. So right off the bat, well done to Harry. As far as the lineup goes, Harry Maguire teamed up with Varane in the centre-back positions. They looked really good. They looked solid, compact. I mean, again, you can only beat the players in front of you, and this was FC Copenhagen. And for the most part, we didn't look like a real solid team, so they could have done worse. So in the back was Varane and Harry. On the right side was Reguilon. He got a start again for the first time in about a couple of months. He's been out with an injury, so it was good to see him back on the pitch. And Delat was on left side. And he had a decent game as well, put a couple of good crosses in. The back four, back five with Onana, we'll talk about Onana in a second as well too. He had a really good game. Let's talk about him now. He had a couple of good saves, and obviously the Fergie time penalty save with the last kick of the game, it was just drama. But that would have made the game a little bit more exciting in that aspect. But again, our defense is the one carrying this entire team. In the midfield, we had Amrabat partnered up with McTominay, and I feel for McTominay because he gave away a penalty in the dying seconds. So, but he was decent enough in playing. My thing is that we get the ball all the way down to the final third. When the ball gets to the final third, I believe it is now the attacker's responsibility. The defense keeps the ball out of the first half. The midfielders bring the ball down into the second half. And then the final third, it has to be the strikers who are trying to provide that little bit of creativity. Yes, midfield can put in their 2 cents into it, which are Bruno, but you still need the attackers to attack. And I think that's where our shortcomings have been this entire season. As far as the midfield goes, there was Bruno coupled with McTominay and Amrabat anchoring behind to protect the defense. It worked well enough in the first half, but you can see that we lacked creativity. We're just going too slow, and the manager made a change at halftime to bring on Eriksen, which gave us a bit more of that creativity and took off Amrabat. As far as the front three goes, it was Anthony, Rashford, and Højlund. And in my opinion, please let me know what you think. I really do think it's time that we give Rashford a break. I don't want to say he's not good. I just want to say give him a break. But for some reason, he seems like he's undroppable. No one wants to drop Rashford, not for club, not for country. And he's clearly not the Rashford of last year. And I think the more we try and force it is the more it's going to just not work. And I don't think Garnacho can do any more and not get a run in the team. He's every time he's come on, he's looked a bit more effective than Rashford and a bit more purposeful. Like he's doing something with a meaning. Rashford kind of like drags the ball back and then passes it out to the midfield. I'm not sure what he's doing. I mean, at some point we have to give the boy a break and just let him figure it out. Let him come off the bench. I don't think that Rashford coming off the bench is a bad thing. Like, give Garnacho 55 minutes, 60 minutes, and then see what Rashford will do running at these tired defenders. And that way build up his confidence a little bit slower and then throw him back in the mix from the beginning again. But we can't just keep going at it like this. And, and that's just my spiel on the whole Rashford case. The right side, in my opinion, Anthony, for all he's going through, Anthony is doing as good of a job that we can expect from him. From a defensive point of view, he's tracking back, he's helping out the defense, helping out the midfield. It's just from the offensive point of view, we need him. If he's going to only use that left foot, it has to be the left foot of Robin. I've said this before, but if he's going to be a one-footer, he has to perfect that foot. And for the price you pay for him, at some point, Anthony, if he's going to be playing, get him out of the firing range. But if he's going to be playing, he's going to be susceptible to the criticism. And he's doing well if he was a midfielder, but he's an attacker. So we kind of need Anthony to also find Højlund. And that's the biggest thing I believe that you can take from this entire game, is that we are not finding Højlund enough. We need to focus like Fergie did to Rooney and to Scholes and to all of them. If you can't find Van Persie, you don't play. It's the same thing, man. If you can't find Højlund, you don't play. I don't care if it's Bruno, I don't care if it's Rashford. They need to understand that now we have a focal point, and it's a brilliant focal point. This kid is just pure raw talent, and if we can build a team around Højlund, as I've mentioned before, he's going to score bags of goals, and the team around him is just going to perform. So we really need to strengthen that relationship, because as of right now, the defense has been carrying the entire load. And the minute the defense breaks and lets in one goal, that could have been the game last night. And as I've said before in other videos, we cannot give teams this much hope going into minute 70, minute 75. By the time the 80th minute comes around, we should be up 3-1, at least 3-1, 3-0, 2-1 or 2-0 for a not so strong team. But we need to really put games away, because we stretch the games out to the last dire second. And with all the drama that cultivated at the end, you would have thought that this game was exciting and it did the legacy and memory of great players well. But the truth is, we were average at best, playing, with all due respect, a team that we were supposed to be 3-0 up by the end of the first half. This is just my opinion. If you guys agree, comment down below. Let me know how you feel we did in terms of how we played. Because yes, we're off the bottom of the Champions League group table, but it's just a stopgap until the next game. We have them as the first game of the round robin away now, so you would expect us to go and win. But with this team, you can't expect too much. And with the games coming thick and fast, I think now we have Man City. We're going to need to step it up. The offense is going to need to really do their thing. Shout out to Harry Maguire again. Sancho could learn a thing or two from you. Just, keep your head down, take your chances when they come, and now everyone's singing your praises. Onana, I want to give a shout out to him as well too. He's had a really tough start, so he needed that last minute save. So good job in terms of getting the win, but we're going to really need to improve if we are to progress through to the Champions League. And not only the Champions League, but also the Premier League. Our quality is just not good enough, and we need to start making some good chemistry and relationship, especially in the front three, because the defense is taking a lot of load, and if they crack, it's gonna be on them. But we leave it there for today. The guys won. Congratulations. We move on. Guys, like the video, comment, and please don't forget to subscribe. And if you've been rocking with your boy this long, I really do appreciate you. So God bless you and GGMU. Peace.